Hi team TA26, this is Manshu here. I work as a data engineer and I'll be reviewing your product based on the user experience, what I get from your product, and I'll just try to see what exactly is your product all about. So let's begin what you have got. So the site's name says CropSomatic.ml. Well, you have got a nice logo, great design, and by the name I can see that it's something related with crops. Matic means automatic, so something related with crops. That's what the name suggests here. And the heading here says, are you worried about excessive rainfall for your crops? Which means it has something to do with excessive rainfall, how it affects the crops. It says looking for different soil types, recommendations. Okay, so what sort of recommendations are you giving? Crop information. Okay, so let's get started. Well, for this thing, maybe I'll say maybe you can try to reduce the uh, tagline here, the heading, because it's a bit lengthy to read. It should be short and sweet so that it can make that impact for the user who lands on the website as soon as they open up the site. And maybe just a small change that you can have your own icon here in the tab of the website. Okay, and what is this? Let's click on this. Okay, this has something to do with Bitnami. It's okay, so basically the image for WordPress is used from Bitnami. Well, I think users won't be willing to see that. It doesn't make sense. So if there's a way you can just get rid of that, though it has a cross button to cancel, but if you can completely get rid of that, that would be great. Well, that's not the problem actually here, but I mean, you can get rid of that. That's unnecessary. Okay, so what we have got, maybe let's get started. Try thinking about changing the color of the text here, because the button color is also light and the text font color is also very light, so it's hard to read here. Okay, now get started. Okay, what did we skip just now? Okay, climate issues in Gippsland. Climate issues in Gippsland. Okay, well, get started. Why does it take me directly here? What we offer is this section of no use, like why we are skipping this section. Maybe try thinking about that, what you can do with this section if you don't want to keep it here, because when the user clicks and gets started, he directly lands here. So maybe you can try thinking about rearranging the section. Okay, let's come here, what we have to offer. Okay, so soil information, weather information. Okay, I think I can click on both the things, and both the things take me to the same. Yeah, it's soil information, it's also soil information. It takes me to the same URL. Okay, well, to add here, maybe try to accommodate all these things in one page for the screen, because when I come here, I cannot see what is the name for these cards which are listed down here. I can just see the name for these three cards, and that too I can see on the buttons. And since when I'm hovering on these card, it gets lighted up, which means that I can click it, means that it's clickable. So maybe what you can do here is you can have soil information written on the card itself instead of having a separate button, because it's kind of having a redundant navigation. Both the things lead to one same page. So I think that can be worked upon just from the user experience perspective. And okay, Okay, I think this is not consistent here. If I see it's not clickable, but the button is clickable. So maybe I think this could be under development because I cannot click on any of these. So maybe these sections could be under development. So just take a note of this maybe if you can work on these things. Okay, so we'll go on these page first. Soil information. Okay. Heading says soil information, and then it says how does intense rainfall affect soil nutrition. Okay. Uh, this doesn't look that great. I mean, try changing the. I mean, I can understand you're trying to have a block here with highlighted text, but it's a long paragraph to read first of all, and the background doesn't goes with the theme. So maybe try putting it just on the plain white background. That would be great. Or if you can have this in bullet points, that would be much more better instead of reading the whole paragraph. Okay, then rain damage to the soil moisture map in Australia. Okay. Okay, this is not an interactive visualization. Well, that's okay. But okay. It would be great if we can have an interactive map. That would be more fun to, interact with the whole thing. But it's still fine. This is cool actually. Then soil information in Gippsland. Okay, so what was the soil information about so far? Okay, this was in general. So I think what we can notice here, I mean, what I notice here is like there is no such roadmap, like what all details I'll be finding out on this page. It's just I'm scrolling on and on and on to find new things, and it seems like it's a quite lengthy page. So maybe try to have shorter page. I know you're trying to have a one page extended format for the website based on what you are trying to create here, but it's too much content here. Try to reduce the content maybe, or try to have what to say, like maybe these headings should be highlighted somewhere here that I can directly navigate on this page to whichever information I want to go to, because it just says soil information. I don't know what all information I'll be getting about the soil here. It's just I'll have to keep scrolling down to know what all information I have. And it says soil information in Gippsland. So I think you're trying to focus on Gippsland specifically. Okay, so that is also not very clear from the beginning, like on the home page so far, where till whichever point I have scrolled so far, I couldn't find that it was specific to Gippsland, I guess. So maybe try to be a bit more specific in the very beginning itself. Okay, this seems good to me. Soil pH map in Victoria. This is good. This I like. Okay. Well, I won't be entering any suburb. Enter the suburb in Gippsland. Okay, I can enter any name. Okay. I don't know. Pin code will also work here. Maybe try writing a placeholder here that what I need to enter, like the suburb name or suburb pin code. That would be great. Then, okay. Introduction to soil types. Oh my God. This is on and on and on. There is so much content here. Okay. Maybe try reducing the content or try to have some way of get to know what all information is there on this page. That would be better. Then scrolling here. Okay, now I get to know, okay, you are trying to focus on Gippsland, but so far I didn't know about like what this website is actually targeting. What's your target audience? Now it says Gippsland, so which means you're targeting Gippsland audience. And okay, Again, this is not an interactive map, but that's okay. Okay, good information. Again, a long paragraph. Okay, bar charts. It's a good, I mean, it's a simple visualization to understand, but I can see there are no labels or legends to understand. But okay, by dollar sign, I can say it's a gross amount. But again, I don't know, like share of farms and share of value of agricultural operations. Well, okay, what kind of agricultural operations do you mean by here? I understand that 14% it's, I think, Gippsland's contribution in the whole agricultural production. Maybe try to change this heading also, like Gippsland contribution in agricultural production, overall agricultural production, instead of writing just Gippsland value of agricultural production. So try working on the heading part as well. And okay, it's hard to understand this thing, share of farms and share of value of agricultural operation. What agricultural operations do you mean? So what contribution here it is? Okay, there is a text to describe that. Maybe try to get rid of this text, try to accommodate somewhere it in the chart, or maybe try to have this in bullets. That would be much better, because from the user's perspective, I don't think they would like to read these things. Okay, disclaimer and all these things. Okay. Uh, One suggestion, I'm not sure about this, but maybe the logos what you have got here, I'm not sure, but maybe I think you should take permission before using their logos, because you're directly using the Australian government's logo of Bureau of Meteorology. So maybe try thinking about that. Like, I'm not sure about that. Like, is it allowed to use the logos directly without their permission? So just cross check on that maybe. And okay, so home page is also quite lengthy. What else we have got here? Okay, so weather information, crop information. We have this another navigation also, soil information, weather information. Okay, let's go to weather information quickly. Okay, so overview of Victorian rainfall. Again, too much text. Same thing. Oh, well, that's good. Okay, I can enter some location here to get the weather forecast. Warnings, radar, satellite, synoptic. Let's say click on radar. Oh, it takes me on some other website. Okay, maybe try to think of a way if you don't redirect from your website to some other website. If you can. If you cannot, that's fine, but try thinking about that. Oh, that's a cool animation here. This looks nice. Okay, now moving ahead, what Gippsland is experiencing: warm season rainfall, cool season rainfall. Okay. Again, try to accommodate this visualization in one screen, one page. That would be better, because just to see one visualization, I have to scroll from one page to another like this. And I think this looks like an image to me. This doesn't seem a visualization here. Try to add more interactive visualizations instead of just plain images, maybe. And again, I'll repeat the same thing, too much text, try to get rid of that. Okay, this seems a good visualization. Projected seasonal rainfall change % for Gippsland. Okay, so again, try to have the visualization in one page so that I can read all the labels and legends given here. That is actually good for a better user experience. Okay, now in 2030 it says there is a 10%, 12% chance in summer for 12% chance of projected seasonal rainfall change. Okay, makes sense. I mean, it's pretty explainable here, the visualization, so this is fine. Okay, quickly moving towards another crop information maybe. Okay, growing methods in wet season. Okay. Well, again, too much text. Need more water versus well draining soil. Okay. Oops. Okay. Uh, okay, so it just comes on hover. Maybe you can try using flip cards here. Just try looking for flip cards. That would be actually a better way to represent this thing. And you can get rid of this explore more text which is written here because it feels like it's a clickable button, but as soon as we hover, we get the other information. So instead of explore more, maybe just have this as a flippable card. So it just flips around and shows you the information. And just be more careful about the colors because in user experience, color also plays an important role. So yes, mostly symbolized by green color. So maybe try thinking about those things. I'm just giving you very minute details. Maybe you can think of implementing these things. Okay, how to address wet soil. And can the soil keep wet? I think it's grammatically incorrect. So maybe try checking for all the grammatical mistakes also if there are any. Okay, so there are bullet points, but it's not in a proper way. So try to arrange the information, or even if you are trying to put bullets, try to put it in a much more presentable way, I think. And okay, so it was about crops information, and the crops information actually comes almost in the end of the page. So far, all these things were, I mean, this doesn't relate with the crop information directly. When you say crop information, I feel like it's more about this part. So maybe try to have this section at the very top of the page, and all these information maybe you can have on some other page, or maybe you can just create some small links to redirect on another page. This will actually reduce the size of your page also, and I think that will help a user also to look for only what he is interested into, and he does not want to actually get into too much of the details. He'll be just interested in what he is actually looking for. So okay, let's try to go with one of the crop cucumber maybe. Well, if I'm a farmer, I know what cucumber is, and but okay, these things. Okay, again, a lot of text. Uh, I would actually suggest if you can have just key headings with what exactly you're trying to say, like planting schedule is from July to March, temperate areas, all these things, just with some headings on this card itself when you flip, or just listed here, and then give a button to show all the details, I mean all the headings in more detail. Or if the user is just interested in basic key key bullet points, you can just give that information right away on this card itself, so he does not have to navigate so many pages to reach to the specific information what he's actually looking for. So maybe try working on the navigation pages, page size, and try reducing the number of text. I think that's all from my side. I think we have checked almost everything here. And the visualizations and the content what you have got on the homepage also, maybe you can uh, have a separate page for that maybe, which talks about the statistics or visualization instead of merging with your actual uh, actionable part of your website maybe, because these are just valuable information. So, or the statistics or the numbers, you can have this on some other page maybe, or if you want to keep it on the home page, try to keep it minimal and try to reduce the length of the page, maybe, I think. Uh, Guys, I think great work. Overall, it looks a great. Overall, it looks really great, and good choice of color, good font style. Uh, it looks overall really well. Great job, guys, and keep it up. And maybe try incorporating some of the feedback which I gave. So I think that will help you a lot. Thank you.